Hi everyone, it's Lily. Thank you for joining me. Happy Friday. I'm excited for the weekend. I hope you are too. I was talking to my sister this morning and she was having a stressful morning and just talking to me about what was going on in her life, and I was giving her some suggestions of how she could turn her stress down a notch, and it got me inspired to get on here live and to talk about some effective tools that I use to lower my stress level in the moment. So, hi everyone, thank you so much for joining me. Hi Frankie, thank you for the love. I'm really excited you guys are here. I think this will be a super valuable video, I hope. If you guys get value from it, comment, like, or share, tag a friend who you think could use this today. So my two powerful steps to taking your stress level down a notch in the moment. The first one is to do your best to let go of everything that you cannot control. So when we're in a stressful situation or in any situation in life, there are going to be two categories of things. There are going to be the things we can control and the things we can't control. And the more energy and emotion we spend on the category of things that are outside of our control, the less energy and emotion we have to spend on the things that we can control. And the things that we can control are really where we want to be spending our energy, because that's where we can make a difference and we can actually remove the stressor from our life. So the first step is to focus on letting go of what you can't control. And then step number 2, take one action. It can be a very, very small action. And in fact, when you're really stressed, it probably should be a very small action. Take one small action in the realm of what you can control. So this will help you, because when you take an action, it actually moves some of the stress out, because you're doing something about the thing that you're stressed about. And a lot of times we freeze. When we're stressed about something, we freeze, we panic, we avoid it, we pretend it's not there, and that only creates more anxiety and stress. So if you can let go of what you can't control and take one small action in an area that you can control, it'll really help you to take that stress down a notch in that moment. So let me give you an example. I know I've heard some feedback from you guys that real life examples are helpful. So I want to share an example of something that happened to me and my family this spring. So about 10 weeks before the school year ended, my son, who's in kindergarten, I met with his teachers and the administration. They called a meeting and they told me that they were unable to support him for a full day of school, and I needed to start picking him up in the morning after lunch. So the reason being, at least their reasoning, was that he was struggling with ADHD and they didn't feel that they had the resources to support him. And since it was a private school, they were under no obligation to support his ADHD. So as you can imagine, this situation was incredibly stressful for me, also incredibly emotional. I felt a lot of anger. I felt a lot of sadness, betrayal, frustration, anxiety, all kinds of ball of emotions that I felt. But I needed to be effective because my son needed me to handle this situation in a way that was positive for him. So the first thing that I worked to do, and I had to do it over and over and over because it's not a one-time thing, but was to let go of the school's decision, because I couldn't control the decisions they were making. So I had to let go of changing their decision. And when I would tell friends about this situation and what was happening, they would get angry for me. And they would say, well, you have to go and you have to fight and you have to, or get your money back, or that's bullshit, they can't do that, And I was like, yes, I agree. I'm also angry, but I need to focus on what's effective. And what's effective is what I can control. And that is what's going on outside of school, what I can do for my son at home. So I over and over let go of my anger and my stress about the school's decision and focused on what I could control, which were the other elements of the situation. So I remember one day I was feeling extremely stressed about it, and I think I had really been just in that freeze mode of not doing anything about the situation because of my level of stress. And so I decided I was going to take one small action to improve the situation. Even though it was really hard and all I wanted to do was just ignore it, I went online and I posted a job for a tutor. And before I took this action, I gave myself the permission to do only that. So I posted a job. I said I was looking for a tutor who could help an ADHD kindergartner with some enrichment in the afternoons. And that was all I did. I gave myself permission to not even look at the applicants, to not go back on the site. All I had to do for the day was just to do that. And that snowballed into something that ended up being really good. But the fact that I allowed myself just to take one tiny action and not stress myself out about the next 50 actions that would follow allowed me to actually take my stress level down. So anyway, those are my two powerful, effective, but simple things you can do to take your stress level down a notch. I hope it was helpful. Please, like I said, like, comment, share. Let me know what you think, what's valuable, what's helpful, and what's not. And I look forward to seeing you all soon.